Good afternoon, dear parents and community of family engagement of HES Academies. We have a family engagement session coming to you from Star International Academy. And I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Ahmad Ballout, who will be speaking on behalf of Access today, presenting on the topic of youth and vaping, what parents need to know. ما يحتاج الآباء لمعرفته عن الشباب واستخدام السجائر الإلكترونية. Mr. Ahmad Ballout has over 8 years of law enforcement experience. He works with Access as a substance use program for 4 years in collaboration with Dearborn Police. Ahmed works with officers to locate and help individuals and families who suffered from drug addiction, mental health, and suicide. He provides awareness and health education programs for the youth and parents in the schools. He also provides naloxone training for individuals, families, businesses, and community members. We welcome Ahmed Ballout to our family engagement session.
Thank you, Mr. Wissam. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Well, this is our first hybrid presentation about vaping. It is mainly used for geared towards parents, but I'm gonna tweak it out because we have students on attendance. Thank you guys for attending. Thank you everybody that's online attending and watching this. So we're gonna talk about vaping, what parents need to know. The outline of this will be youth vaping rates. We're going to show some numbers, some studies that's been ongoing, how the tobacco industry targets the youth, why youth vape, and the harms of vaping, what parents can do to help their teenagers. I'll go over that and I'll tweak it towards everybody that's in attendance. All right, so these are some of the numbers that are presented to you guys. Everybody can see in the back. Everybody good? All right. So we have over here tobacco products used among high school students in 2018. And on the other side, we have tobacco product used among high school students 2019. So we have the pipe tobacco, which is 1.1%, a hookah, 4.1%, 3.4%. This is nationwide. I know over here it's a little bit more because there's a lot of hookah shops, there's a lot of hookah vendors, there's a lot of businesses, and there's a bigger clientele here. Smokeless tobacco, which is chewing tobacco, we have 4.8% and 5.9%, 2019 versus 2018. And we have cigars, 7.6, 7.6, same. Now we have e-cigarettes, which is the vape. There's an increase from 2018 to 2019, 20.8% to 27.5%. And any tobacco products that's different, we have also an increase, which is 31.2% and 27.1%. What's this telling us is because vape is on the rise, other tobacco products also, because of the need for the nicotine. All right? So in 2020, 27.5% of high school students and 10.5% of middle school students reported having used any type of cigarette for the past 30 days. So they did a research and they screened students and people, kids in the community. And what they came out with, within 30 days, there's 27.5% of high school students. That's 30 days only. And 10.5% middle schools. That's a lot. So adults use was at 2.8%. Youth are more likely to use cigarettes than adults, e-cigarettes than adults. Do we know why? Why the youth is using e-cigarettes more than adults? Anybody? Curious idea? Yes, sir. You gotta speak up. I can't.
It's easier to get your hands on.
You say what?
It's easier to get your hands on.
Easier to get hands on. Anybody else? Yes, sir.
They think that it's less harmful for the health than tobacco.
Less harmful?
Less harmful.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yes, sir. You gotta speak up. Peer pressure? Yes. All good points. Anybody else? Okay. So we have kids use it for peer pressure. People think that it's healthier than cigarettes. What was the first one again? Easier to get. All really good points. So, reasons teens vape. Youth target market in discrete use social norms. So this is the reason that why teens do. False health claims received lower risk. That's what you said right there. So they're thinking that it's less healthier than cigarettes, less damaging than cigarettes. So who thinks cigarette smoking is bad for them? Put your hands up. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Okay, mostly everybody. What about vape? Be honest. Okay. All right. So most everybody in this room showed show of hands that cigarette smoking is more dangerous than vaping, and we had less people putting their hands up for vaping. So it's reusability, affordability. It's cheaper than cigarettes. Flavors. Okay, a lot more flavors than regular cigarettes. In cigarettes, there's regular and menthol, right? And substance use and mental health connection, self-medication. People get really stressed out, and they think they're self-medicate by making themselves feel better by vaping. Okay, getting that dopamine fix. It's extremely high addictive. So those are some of the reasons why teens vape more than adults. So reason youth give for vaping. Actually, let me go back a second. Why do you guys think the youth vape? Why? Yes, sir. Stressed out. So it's kind of like a coping mechanism. Okay. Anybody else? Yes, sir. You gotta speak up. Look cool on events. Yes. Anybody else? Have you guys had a vape presentation before? No? Impressive. So all really good reasons. So I don't know if you guys seen it yet. So reason youth vape to see what it's like. Curiosity, right? Everybody's vaping. Everybody's doing it. I'm gonna try. See, at one time it's not gonna hurt. So 54.8% think out of curiosity, right? Because it looks cool. Somebody just said that. At events, to have a good time with my friends, nothing else or bored. So we have 54.8% to see what it's like, 14.3% think it's cool, 22.5% good time with friends. I think those two, you kind of covered both of them. And nothing else to do out of boredom. So reason youth vape, give for vaping. Because friend and family members use them 39%. I'm pretty sure everybody in this room knows somebody that vapes or smokes cigarettes or smokes hookah, right? Can we agree on that? Unfortunately. So you are exposed to it. You see in the family members. You see them living their life normally, yet they're still using it. So you get curious. Let me try it, right? So that's 39%. The availability. So it's very easy to do. Somebody mentioned that earlier. So it's cheap, it's small, it's discreet. You can buy it, right? 31%. And they believe that e-cigarettes are less harmful than other forms of tobacco, such as cigarettes, 17.1%. Just like we showed show of hands, everybody thinks that cigarettes are more dangerous, more harmful than vape, right? All right, youth marketing. So I think they kind of slowed it down now with YouTube and Instagram and the commercials that we see. It is still targeting the youth. It's, as you guys can see, some of these examples, like this one, My Blue, they show a young man looking cool holding a vape, right? It's not targeting me, right? That guy doesn't look like my age, doesn't look like me or anybody of my age, right? So it doesn't target me. It's targeting the younger generation. And this guy right here. And Juul. A Juul fact, I always like to throw that fact. Anybody knows Philip Morris? the company named Philip Morris. No, that's great. Philip Morris is one of the biggest tobacco companies in the United States. They supply all the cigarettes, Marlboro, Newport, all these big cigarettes come through them, and they distribute it to vendors, gas stations, liquor stores, cigarette shops, right? They're the main company that supplies cigarettes to businesses. So they found out there's a decline in the cigarette market. So they create, and they saw that vape is trending. So they want to make their money. So they create a company called Juul. Nobody cannot associate. They create a sister company, a sub company not related to them, but they do admit that is their company, and they created Juul. As soon as they marketed Juul, they put first thing, because they're experts at that, they put our product contains nicotine, because they know later on they're gonna get sued. Not a lot of vapes say that. Juul was the first company. Okay, so they know they're gonna get sued eventually. So they put that on they labeled it. Our products contain nicotine and it might be harmful. So they know in the future when they get sued, hey, we told you guys already. You're supposed to know this. All right, that's Juul's one of the bigger ones. Anybody knows about Juul? Yeah, everybody. We know about Juul. Unfortunately, yes. You guys see it everywhere. You guys see it in businesses. You guys see it in gas stations, in stores. You saw there's actually a vehicle that drives around with a Juul banner on it. It's all over the place, everywhere. So they know how to market it, and they want to market the younger generation so they can get addicted to nicotine, so they can create a whole generation of customers. Okay, so when they grow up, they got a new generation of customers going to be giving them money and buying the product and be addicted to it. That's something to keep in mind. Okay, they're all marketing plays in teen vaping. So this is where we're going to get to this part. As you guys can see over here in the picture right here, you see how the display is lower level, eye level for kids. Those things we don't think about. But when the companies, they do those studies and they see what's eye level to these younger customers, right? Kid walks by and sees this, all these different colors. It looks cool, right? Looks intriguing, right? Over here on the desk, on the counter. So they came out with a cigarette, the tobacco industry, because they've been sued for so many times. They need to put their product behind the counter, higher. If you go anywhere else, you see no business has cigarettes under like lower level. They're all high, stacked up high. This is a regulation they have to follow. All right. There is no regulations for vape. They can put them on the counter, waist level, chest level, so everybody can get easy access, grab one and buy it. Those are some of the selling techniques the companies use to target the younger generation. Okay? So it's not out of convenience only. This is specifically made to target the younger generation. All right? Just like back in the old day, back in the 1930s, 1940s, 50s, they used to put a doctor promoting cigarettes. Like this commercial right here. More doctors smoke Camel than any other cigarettes. Could you imagine that now happening in our day with cigarettes? No, you'd be laughing, right? Because it's been proven, and there's a lot of people that have died from side effects of cigarettes and nicotine, right? And smoking. Now they do this right here with the vapes. It has vitamin vape. So it's healthier for you. Okay? Yeah, this is real. It has vitamin B12. This is another way of misinforming and misrepresenting the customers so they can sell their products. Again, the vape industry is not regulated enough. Okay, it's a new, they don't have enough studies. Not enough people have suffered for them and came out and died, unfortunately, for them to actually go back to the FDA and tell them, okay, we have enough study that prove that this product can hurt. It takes years. All right? That's something to be aware of. Okay, other factors that influence why teens vape. Discreet, usable, right? It looks cool. It looks like a USB pen, or it's very small. Pack of cigarettes is this big. You put it anywhere on your body, you can still see it. Vape, on the other hand, it looks like a pen. It's very easy, very discreet. You can hide it. Looks like a USB port. Some of you guys are smiling because it is very discreet. Okay? So it's easy to hide. It looks cool. Somebody mentioned that earlier. So among high school, back in the day, vape was different. It was a pen, and it comes with a liquid, and you gotta fill up the liquid in it, use it, and then refill it again. It has like its own kit. It's not as convenient as it is now. Now you buy this pen, and when you're done with it, you throw it in. Some of them have cartridges in it, replaceable, also very discreet, very easy to dispose of, and it doesn't look that ugly. Hence, this is the old way of vaping. These are huge machines, I call them, right? You refill them, and these are the tubes they use to refill them with. And these are little cartridges now, very high tech, very advanced. You plug it, charge it, all that good stuff. And they come in different colors and flavors. All right. This is a question we usually ask the parents. What does look like a vape? Can somebody tell me which item is a vape? Yes.
The USB.
Which one? This one or this?
Black.
This one? Okay. All right. Remember that one. Yes, sir.
One next.
The what?
One next to the black one.
This one?
No.
That one?
The red
And
one.
the red one.
The red one. Okay. Yes.
The yellow one.
Yes.
The yellow one.
The yellow one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, the yellow one.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody else? So we have that one, this one, the yellow. There's more. I want to have one of the teachers and the staff.
The tape dispenser.
The tape dispenser. That's a good one, but all right. Any other adult?
German.
In the pen, in the,
Which one?
next to the yellow marker on the left.
Okay. All right. All right. So right here, the black cartridge, the pen, the yellow one, there's another one. That's how discreet they are. That's how convenient and easy. It'll be in plain sight and nobody would know. All right? These are specific techniques companies are using to encourage the youth to use them. And affordability. They're cheap, they're easy to buy, they're affordable. Use it one time and you throw it away. And you can see right here, green smoke, trying to make it more like it's environmentally safe, right? An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. And they show a vape pen right there with the Benjamin Franklin's face. These are also the flavors. Bubble gang, gummy worms, gummy. Are all, somebody like me doesn't eat those, but it's more appealing for the youth, for the younger generation. Again, they're targeting you guys. Puff tarts, like Pop Tarts. These are real brands out there. Okay.
Good afternoon, dear parents. We continue to have the presentation about youth and vaping with Ahmad Ballout from Access. There's some technical difficulty until the IT team brings back the live broadcast. So, Mr. Ballout was speaking about the different flavors that are advertised with or associated with vaping that targets the youth, the teenagers, flavors that are not appealing to adults. They are more appealing to the youngsters. So, in his presentation, um, he is focusing on how these companies are targeting specifically the youngsters. We will be back with the live signal in a few seconds.
Coping mechanism in the brain. Do you guys know what's coping? Somebody explain that to me. The way you handle stress? Perfectly said. Coping, the way you handle stress. Do you guys think I have a stressful life, someone? Maybe. If I make it, right? How about you guys? Everybody. Everybody has stress in their life, right? Well, it's how you cope with it. And some people cope by self-medicating, such as vaping, cigarettes, substances. Not everybody, I'm saying some individuals. Okay? Everybody gets different stress in their life, different situation. I'm not saying my situation is similar as yours or as the person next to you. But if tobacco and other nicotine substances. But today we're going to compare the two. Typically must go outside to smoke. Why? Over the years, people used to, back in the day, people used to smoke in airplanes and restaurants, anywhere. In the doctor's office. Can you imagine somebody now smoking in an airplane? Why do you think that? Why people aren't allowed to smoke in airplanes? Huh? Okay. Good. But back in the day, although airplanes were extremely dangerous, they were allowed to smoke it. Yes. Secondhand smoking. Thank you. I'm sorry. Yes. Like it's a compressed cockpit, and everybody gets what you're doing. All right. So it's been proven. It's harsher to inhale because it's warm. Nowadays, with the vape, nicotine forms nicotine salt, which hits the bloodstream quickly. So when somebody smokes a cigarette versus somebody vaping, they get the effects of vape a lot quicker than cigarettes. can be used discreetly and continuously. So you don't have to light it up. You don't need a lighter. You just turn it on and smoke away. One device is equal 1 to 2 cigarettes. So one of those is equal to 2 cigarettes. And designed for smoother inhale. So there's no heating aspect. There's no smoke that makes you cough. So it's easier to inhale and go into your body. So they're making it a lot easier than cigarettes. These are some of the chemicals that they found out in the vape. Okay, the red ones are known to be harmful by the FDA. They're extremely dangerous to the body. I mean, we might disagree. Oh yeah, junk food is bad for you. All that stuff is bad for you, like the lotion, all that. But this is stuff that's going straight into your lungs, into your bloodstream. It is self-inflicted and extremely addictive. And these are the chemicals that are available, the components, I should say, that are available in vapes. It doesn't necessarily need all of them, but different vapes have different chemicals. So you got lead. Who wants lead in their body? Which is extremely toxic, dangerous. Formaldehyde. This one is a flavoring that they use in food that your body, your stomach can break down, but your lungs cannot. What are your lungs supposed to get only? Oxygen. All right? So this stuff is going into your lungs. You think your lungs will be able to process that? Absolutely not. And everything else in there. Iron, I mean, we do have iron in our blood, but too much iron is unhealthy for you. Cobalt. Anything stands out for you guys here? Who likes chemistry? I hate chemistry. Who's a chemistry whiz? Listen. What is it? Yeah? Yes, sir. Yeah. Any questions? Okay. Signs of teen vaping. So this is good for the parents. I will go over it, but this is supposed to be a family, like of parents and students are allowed to watch this. So this is where some parents can look for signs. That's for everybody that's watching. Frequent excuse to use the restroom or go outside. Sweet smell, use of candles, room fresheners to disguise the smell. Dry mucus membrane from propylene glycol, nose, throat, or mouth. Drinking more, craving more salt or spice because your throat is dry. Nosebleeds, mouth. If you're at that level where you have nosebleed, then you have a severe problem. You need medical attention. Okay, if your nose starts bleeding from vaping, something extremely bad. Okay, and we can always argue. I know this person has been vaping for so long, nothing happened to them. Different bodies react differently. Okay, and I don't mean to scare anybody. We don't know the side effects of vaping right now because there's not enough studies. There's short term and there's long term. Okay, if you start smoking a cigarette now, you're going to develop lung cancer right away. It happens over years, but it is coming, right? You got to think about vaping also. If you're vaping right now, you think you're going to develop some kind of medical issue in the long run? I can tell you this. They've known a lot of instances where people's lungs have collapsed because you are smoking oil into your lungs. Okay? Your lungs are not able to process them. Right? This is our immediate effect. Okay? So that's something to be aware of. Maybe not short term, but long term, 30, 40, 50, 20 years. I don't know. We don't know the severity and how quick it will injure your body. But do you really need that? signs of teen vaping. So these are some of the side effects that people will get. Anxiety, irritability, mood swings, anger, changes in eating habits, nausea, weight loss, purchases made online or via payment apps, unknown deliveries. So they make it easy for people to purchase them discreetly. All right? It is done like that for a purpose.
Can I have my classes swap
Yes,
real quick?
absolutely.
If I can have you guys clarify, thank you guys.
For everybody that here, thank you. I really thank you for your patience. and your-
We have no
Yeah.
Hold that way, guys. Watch the camera, please. Watch the camera, please. Thank you guys, thank you guys. Thank you guys. Watch the camera, watch the camera. Watch the camera, watch the camera. Please go around the other way. Can we not try to squeeze a thing? There we go. Keep going. Keep going. Guys, why would?
Don't do it more.
Guys, gentlemen,
Can they see the PowerPoint?
yes. Yeah, yeah.
What's that?
Is this still live?
Yeah, the sound is still
All
on.
right. Continuing on, signs of teens vaping. Anxiety, irritability, mood swings, anger, change in eating habits, nausea, purchases made online or via payment apps, secretive attitude, closed doors. If you think your child is more isolated than before, you need to start thinking what's going on and you need to look into it and have a conversation. Changes in sleep pattern, raspy cough, lung infection, chest pain, shortness of breath, or pneumonia. What parents can do? Model behavior, do not smoke or vape. So they always say, lead by example. So if you show your youth that you're not vaping and leading a healthy lifestyle, they will most likely follow suit. But if they are in an enabling environment where everybody's vaping or smoking, most likely they will model that behavior. Encourage conversation with other trusted adults. Let's say it's better for them to have talk to somebody that's related to them.
We're gonna have another group coming in.
Absolutely.
Cameras aren't working. I restarted the computer, I restarted the cameras. They can hear us too, just so you know. The volume's working, but nothing else is. And this volume's coming out of the laptop.
What's he telling you? You didn't say anything?
Uh,
Just a look.
All right. So, which grade is this? Next? Or one grade? Next grade? Okay. Well, thank you guys for attending. It'll be quick. We're going to talk about vaping. This is a family-oriented presentation about vaping. All right. So I'm going
It's
to
the
go
same
over
thing.
real